told you a little bit about Anibal Sanchez. He's had a couple of starts against the Mets earlier this year. One good, one bad.
And if you can't throw that breaking ball for a strike, a guy like Sanchez, that's real trouble. That's a real bleeder in the left. And Pagan is aboard. Well, that's low. And when you miss a bit, suddenly the strike zone shrinks even more. And the Padres are playing very well right now. And Sanchez comes back and gets a big strikeout. And he tries one into center field. Ross is there and makes the catch. Vancouver hits it on the nose. Little tapper up the line. It's Glode who steps on the bag. And just like Atlanta, little wobbly, but no runs. When the caveman went deep, that was a huge home run. And Tim Redding is on the mound for the Mets. They've had big numbers. Coghlan turns on one and drives it to right field deep. Francoeur back to the wall. It is gone. He didn't get it. Coghlan homers just over the glove of Francoeur. And the Marlins are off to a 1-0 start.
Again, a very mature at bat by Chris Coghlan. Took a close pitch with a count 0-2. And then Redding missed, and then he came in. And look at how Coghlan turned on that pitch. We've seen him hit balls so well the other way. Teams think they can come inside. And every once in a while, when they try to, Chris Coghlan will cross him up, turn on it. Home run number 8 for Cogs.
So Coghlan's had quite a series. Ross Glode drives one to left. Sullivan to the track makes the catch. Two good swings against Tim Redding. A run and an out. And Hanley stands in at 365. Puts that ball up in the sunshine for Francoeur. Makes the catch.
Or we could even maybe start at the back end and talk about the outstanding defense.
They're booked from the 28. There's a shot. Right field, hit pretty well. Francoeur is back, and he's there, and he makes the catch. As Fernando Tatis climbs in, and Tatis slaps it into center field. That's a base hit. Tatis has been a hitting machine. He was 3 for 4 in last night's ball game in his young big league career. Runner goes, swinging a tapper. Cantu cuts it off. Fires across the diamond in time. So that'd be a tough one to come up with. There's a shot into right field, and the Mets are going to tie this game. Anderson Hernandez chugging for 2, and he is in there. Mets letting Redding swing away. Sanchez pounces on it. He
Good
gets
choice.
the out at first.
Good choice. We'll get back to that.
It's up. Let's see if he's running again on the 1-2. Not running. And a ground ball off of Glode. It kicks to Ugla. He fires to first and safe at first. 50th pitch already. Murphy stayed on the breaking ball. Ross got a good jump, but it's over his head. That ball carries all the way out of play. It's going to produce just 1 run. Well, that ball just kept traveling and traveling, and Daniel Murphy has himself an RBI double. And the Mets lead is now 3-1 with Mets at second and third. And a struggling Sanchez. He gets him to pop up. Hanley in shallow left. Fighting the sun. Makes the catch. And a messy inning for Sanchez. The Mets get 3.
Livan Hernandez eventually won that battle. Who, by the way, has surfaced once again.
Breaking ball, and it's popped up. Out goes Valdez. In comes Sullivan. And Valdez makes the catch. Broken bat. And out number 2. That pitcher will tell you shallow. Breaking ball cut on and missed. Paulino goes down. Redding a bounce back inning in the second. And they're changing pictures like that.
Rich, you have to concentrate on the drop in.
Runner goes, got a huge jump. and Paulino has no chance to throw him out.
Huge jump by Sullivan, no chance.
I would suspect in the offseason need to address. Tatis hits a towering shot to left center. That's deep. Ross is back and looking up and leaping and making the catch. Sullivan tags, and he's at third. You almost expected Cody to turn his back, and he did for a brief moment, and then went up and got it.
Turned his back, took a look at the wall, and used it to lean up against it.
In the air, Uggla's out, Hermita's in. Dan wandering to his left makes the catch.
6-1 was the final score, yeah.
And I was thinking, you know what? The Rockies may come back and win this one, too. Just having seen them the last few nights, to have that much issue with their closer. To right field, Redding actually hit it well, and Hermita makes the catch, and Sanchez wiggles out of the third.
All of a sudden, he's up to 290. 27 home runs and 87 RBIs.
0-2. Coghlan goes down, and Redding has struck out 3 in a row, and all of a sudden, the 31-year-old right-hander out of Rochester has found his stride. Padilla and De La Rosa. I believe that's the first start for Padilla with the Dodgers.
Yes, it is.
To be expected, more so than for him to come out and throw like he did. Check swing. He went around. He gets the strikeout. Push bunt, and it got by Sanchez. Oh! And he nearly killed Ross Globe.
With the throw that should never have been made because he didn't have a chance. When you're mad because you booted the ball, don't take it out on your first baseman and almost airmail him with a throw and almost beheads him.
Ground ball to Glode. He'll backhand it and flip to Sanchez, who steps on the bag. 0-1. Into right field, and the error by Sanchez costs his team a run. Francoeur, the runner, at first. 0-2 coming. And it's smacked into left center field. Ross is over. Coghlan will pick it up. Runner's on his way to third. And the throw all the way through to Cantu. Holding first is Sullivan. He leaves with 2 outs, and he leaves runners at the corners for Christian Martinez to come in. Christian Martinez out of the bullpen, gets the strikeout. Off the end of the bat, and it fooled Murphy, the first baseman. He broke immediately to first and then stopped and realized had he stayed put, he might have had that ball. Getting love as well. Cantu, a little broken bat at short. Wilson gets one. Quick turn. And the Mets get a double play. Outside corner. Uggla drops the bat. He's not happy.
I have a question for Cookie.
Line shot to left. That one's in the gap. Ross will pick it off the wall, and Omir Santos has led off the fifth with a double.
Entre left center y fácilmente empiezan los Mets nuevamente aquí en la quinta entrada con hombre en segunda base.
Was able to get Redding to finish the third. That's a little looper. That's going to fall. Coghlan picks it up.
And a few of those too.
The Mets hit fest continues. They're already in double digits now. He punts. It's in the air. Martinez kicks it, flips it, and gets the out. And all of this happening while Omir Santos was anchored at third base.
He doesn't want to get doubled off. As soon as he sees that ball in the air, looked like he took his eye off of it a little bit.
And we check in with Craig. Craig, what's up?
Hey guys, as you know, it's been a big week for the Marlins' new ballpark, and we've got some video, some interesting things happening.
Gets to the screen, quick bounce. Santos is caught, and he's out.
What a heads-up play by Ronnie Paulino. Here comes Santos. Look at the peak by Ronnie. He saw that he was off, and then it takes a good throw on his part to Cantu. Nicely done.
Ground ball up the middle. Hanley dives, won't get it. Into center it goes. Ross picks it up, and the Mets going to third. And in there is Angel Pagan.
Just as you think it's getting sloppy, it gets sloppier.
And that is a line shot by Cantu. Murphy into the corner. Run around third. Coming home Valdez. He scores. Into left. Hit well. Murphy's round third. Up with the ball. Coghlan. And his throw is way offline. And it's 8-1. Reyes is short. Right at third. Roller up the middle. Ugla backhands and flips to Hanley. And a long, painful inning is over. The Mets add on. In a game like this, deserves a lot more props than the announcing crew. Tatis. I mean, let's face it, we're up here where the sun doesn't shine. They've joined a health club. That's right.
To start testing our camera.
Good tricep extension there. Hermida bangs one off the wall. And Jeremy settles into second. Everybody all together now. That is a checkers double. Roller out towards short. And Valdez whips it across. And he reaches out and hits one on a hop to first. Murphy steps on the bag. Milwaukee 4-0 over Cincinnati. Prince Fielder's hit his 35th. Martinez does a nice job of fielding it. And Gload gets a catchable ball. There's a drive down the line. Omir Santos is channeling Gary Carter today.
And Mike Piazza combined. I mean, Omir Santos against the Marlins looks like a Hall of Famer.
He does. Fly ball left field, and Coghlan is over, and he makes the catch. On a hop, Ugla flips on over to first. In time. Could get more protein in our diet. There's a drive to left. That ball's well hit. Sullivan looks up. That ball is gone. A 2-homer game for Chris Coghlan. So numbers 8 and 9 in this ball game, and those are the two highlights. It's 8-2. Valdez. Good strong arm out at short from Wilson Valdez. Hanley went after a high breaking ball. Valdez is fighting the sun. Cantu to left field. Sullivan at the wall makes the catch. Appearance at the plate. And it leads off the 7th inning. And he strokes one to center field. Ross back in there and makes the catch. Arizona, they play tonight as well. Yusmeiro Petit going for Arizona. Nice play by Cantu. Struck him out.
That's a nice inning.
Murphy goes down. He was 1-4 in 6 starts against the Fish. His ERA close to 8. That ball is launched. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's deep. It's gone. And so Ugla homers here in the 7th. For Dan, his 23rd of the season. And that makes it 8-3.
That's amazing. The 3 runs, solo home runs this afternoon by the Fish. 2 by Coghlan, and that bomb by Dan Ugla. Redding was 1-4 against the Marlins last year.
Ross swinging for the fence, and Sullivan in left field makes the catch. We check in with Craig Minervini. Craig? And he strikes out Hermida. Paulino walks, and the Marlins in a spot where they can bring up a pinch hitter now, and then Martinez has given them the required innings. Jerry Manuel has seen enough of Tim Redding, who has pitched well in this one and is going to leave the ball game in line to pick up his second win. 6 2/3 from Redding, and Sanchez pops it up. Valdez makes the catch, and the Marlins' 7th is over. 5-run game. Kiko Calero in. 4 hits in the series. Outside corner, you don't see that very often. Of course, the Marlins have contributed to that with the first 2 games of this series, but a different story. That ball is hit a long way to left, and it's not coming back. Fernando Tatis has 6 hits in this series. That's his first home run and his 3rd RBI.
Well, like I said, they better figure out how to pitch to Tatis, because he is one consistent veteran bat in that lineup that can do just that. Not with the Mets, with somebody. So you have guys like Santos. You have guys like Sullivan.
Out of the pen comes Pedro Feliciano. Coghlan drops down a bunt. Tatis charges, not going to get him. Coughlin's aboard. I believe that's a Matt Kemp home run. Little flare out of center field. That's going to fall, base hit. So Globe follows up the bunt with a hit of his own.
49 pitches thrown by Green, and his 2 innings of work showed a touch of wildness. So again, you just have to be patient.
Hanley hits a ground ball out towards short. Valdez gets one. The turn is true. Hernandez and Valdez have looked very good up the middle. All 3 runs for the Fish on solo homers. Cantu sends that into center field, hit on the line, but Pagan is there to make the catch. Marlins come up empty in the 8th. Reniel Pinto takes over on the mound. He was up around Hanley and Escobar in that batting average with runners in scoring position category. The other thing that Eckstein has done this year is play incredible defense. Ground ball, Cantu backhands, Uggla turns. Nicely done. Might be nursing some sort of an injury. That ball's hit pretty well to the left. And that one is gone. Angel Pagan joins the hit parade. Good sound effects on that home run as well.
Well, number 6 for Pagan.
In the dirt, Glode picks yet another one for the Mets. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Fish. You see Stokes in his numbers. 171 last year. High pop. And Tatis makes the play. Just to reassure themselves?
Yeah, just to kind of reestablish themselves to the Rockies.
Instead of a 1-game lead, it's back to a 3-game lead. Hermida lofts that one into center field. It's going to nestle in for a base hit. This is a lot like the Marlins start to the 8th. Paulino. There's 1. There's 2. And the Mets capture game 3 of this series, salvaging a game. The Marlins get the first 2. The Mets get this one. So instead of a sweep, the Marlins have to settle for 2 of 3 against the Mets and hope for help